Hey folks, Lemonade here. Today on the desk we got two items that we're going to be reviewing, the Corpad air skates and the BTL grip tape. I'm going to be comparing both these items to a couple things on my desk and how I feel they changed the Viper V2 Pro for better or for worse. So let's get it. Okay, so let's knock out some of the specs and the pricing. The Corpad air skates come in at 0.85 millimeters thickness. They are available for select razer, logitech, finalmouse, pulsar, and Zowie mice. A set of two will run you $9.99. BTL grip. They come in 22 different color options. They're available for razer, logitech, finalmouse, Zowie, Extrafy, Glorious. They have a DIY kit which you can cut out your own pattern if you prefer. And they also have a package where you can buy kind of dots and strips you can place in various spots, pre-cut. One set of these is $8.99. On the color options, I will note that some of the mice don't have all the colors. The Razer Viper V2 Pro did have 22 different ones that I counted. So just double check that depending on the brand. Okay, so we're going to start out with the Corpad air skates as a focus here. So let's get a close-up on this. There we go. As you can see here, has that kind of hexagonal honeycomb pattern. That's really what makes these quite unique compared really to any mouse skate on the market. It does provide slightly less direct surface area contact and kind of floating on top of the surface feeling, slightly less muddy, but they also are a bit scratchier sounding than most skates. Not by a huge amount, especially after breaking them in. It's been a non-issue for me. I'm not really sensitive to noise. I really don't care how they sound personally, but it's just something to note. It does also depend on the surface you use. I find faster pads to be a little bit more prone to noise, something like a Hien. They're definitely rounded really nice, so I'm assuming that the sound is probably coming from the pattern itself. Adhesive also is extremely good, but it does pick up mousepad fibers because of that. As you can see there in a couple spots, just kind of builds up a little bit because the adhesive is so good. Sticks out on white mice more, so if your mouse isn't white, you probably won't even notice it. Small trade-off, doesn't affect performance at all. Now, these are faster than regular Corpads and some stock skates. I do want to bring in one mouse here to kind of show you a bit of a glide test. Okay, so what we have here is the Lamzio Atlantis review coming soon on this. And my understanding is these are kind of a hybrid of Tiger Arc or Tiger Ice skates. They're really good stock skates, I will say that, and just kind of comparing glide characteristics. This is just a few grams lighter than the Viper V2 Pro, so take that for what it's worth when we're doing this test. And we're testing it on the Hayate Coup by Artisan. So essentially the same. Super similar. Again, very fast and very little kind of tug, a lot of nice movement. It's very freeing on those inner hand movements. So you're going to definitely get that. This almost feels just a tad bit muddier on the inner hand movements. So again, I think the air characteristic or the naming of this fits. That said, I'm not sure they were game changing for this particular mouse. The Viper V2 Pro stock skates are exceptional. And even in my review, you can check it out here, I recommended not swapping these out. That said, they don't feel like a downgrade, just more of a side grade. You do get the benefit of feeling the surface a little bit more because of the pattern, which may help you. And they seem to feel a little bit more consistent on various surfaces, even if it's only slightly so. So if you're switching mouse pads or maybe have a different surface than the one I was mainly testing it on, like the Coup, then, again, mileage may vary. Overall, Corpads did something innovative here, so I do give them credit. The pricing is fair for the two sets you get, and they would be an upgrade over most stock skates. So if you want a faster replacement to yours, I can definitely recommend them. Okay, so the BTL grips. I'm going to compare these to my Hotline game grips. that I did a review on these a couple of videos ago. I'll link it up here. You guys can check that out as a comparison point, because this is the only other one besides the Lamzu that I have some good time with. So the adhesive definitely seems stronger on the BTL just off pure feel when I was installing them. That said, the Hotline grips, I have used them longer and they haven't peeled or had any issues. So I'm not really sure that's a huge plus, but it was something I noticed when I was installing them. The surface itself is grippier on the BTL, though for me, I do prefer the feeling on the Hotline games grips. It gives me a little bit more texture than like the stock mouse plastic coating without it being sticky. BTL definitely leans on the stickier side every time I pick it up. It's just more noticeable. That being said, I do live in a very humid state and my office is above the garage, so you may prefer the BTL feeling overall if your climate is a little less swampy than mine. Fit and finish and the thickness feels spot on for both of these, and the pricing is essentially the same when you factor in shipping, so that's really a non-argument there. That all said, the design choices though for BTL are great. Hotline really only have black and this pattern in particular here on just a few of their mice. So if you like black, they got you, but beyond that, there's really no other options. BTL, again, over 22 different options in various design patterns and things like that. So that's really neat to see. We'll bring this up so you can check out. I got the white and purple, kind of wanted something a little bit different. So overall, I got to give it to BTL for their wider availability, stickier surface, and better mouse designs. Both will be far, far better than the stock plastic coating on your mouse, so I definitely recommend getting some grip tape. That being said, there's a big disclaimer when it comes to grip tape that I figured out fairly recently. They do recommend swapping out grip tape every 3 to 5 months for a couple reasons. Grip tape will kind of lose its quality over time. Obviously mileage will vary, but there's also a potential issue when when you're trying to remove it with the adhesive. So Lethal Gaming Gear on their website has that disclaimer. It's listed for BTL grip tape and even Corpad's own grip tape. So it seems to just be an issue with any grip tape. I'll keep an eye on it myself. Again, I haven't had to remove them obviously, but I'll kind of circle back with a longer term review down the road. And on that note, all my socials are down below, along with any affiliate links and discount codes. If you had a good time with me today, likes and subs are always appreciated. Leave a comment down below as well. Let me know what your thoughts are. But until the next Fresh Squeeze video, stay thirsty, folks.